It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap. Sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
So So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings!
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They run the counter with Cook. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now Cousins.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook.
They get 14 there, first down Vikings. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Cousins now to throw on first down. This is caught. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. A first down throw for Cousins.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
His throw incomplete.
When they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, Cousins steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away and falls down incomplete.
It's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Again, it's Cook. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Vikings.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their head. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the... Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every... to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. First down, here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also let those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not... So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that?
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Minnesota.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Powell on the catch. Touchdown! Brandon Powell, 42 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Cousins. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
K.J. Osborne.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Powell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throwing is Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
K.J. Osborne,
47 yards.
And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe.
Here are the Vikings now to drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Cousins now from the 50. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook, 41 yards. And the Vikings have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room.
127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, we're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 yards the gain on the keeper at its 2nd down.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever.
I mean,
who calls a
that?
first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a first down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
Joseph's got it.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally
both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
Now, I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.